everyone, and welcome to another EOSIO Top 5 Moments of the Week. Now, please keep in mind, none of this is financial advice, and you are strongly advised to do your own research. And so, as always, this is brought to you by the team at Helios, myself, Chris Barnes.
And Waxer. So, starting with number 5, we have Helios, who have launched their EOS Block Producer on the EOS mainnet.
Yes, so admittedly, this is another shameless self-promotion. However, it's our show, so we can't. So our EOS BP is now up and running and providing a stable API service that was specifically requested to be useful by John Heater of Boyd and EOSPowerup.io. John had mentioned that there is a deficit of stable APIs in the network that EOSPowerup.io requires. In fact, there's only about 10. So we wanted to be useful to that, so he could rely on another service to help make the service EOSPowerup.io that we all use even more reliable. So RBP won't be paying for votes, and therefore is highly unlikely we'll end up in a paid position anytime soon. However, if we do end up in the paying range in the future, our intention is to direct any funds to improving our services and support for the EOS blockchain.
And for number 4, so Telos have announced yet another strategic investment. This time it's in Chainport.
Yeah, so Chainport is a next-gen custodian secure bridge that lets you hop across various blockchains with a click. They currently have 7 chains integrated with $240 million TVL. Those chains are Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Avalanche, Fuse, Phantom, Moon River, and now we can assume that Telos will be eventually added to that list. It's great to see yet again Telos making moves to spread awareness and eventual adoption of its chain.
And now for number 3. So the EOSIO working group, March 24th meeting, put the chains to the test to see who is actually going to step up and fund this initiative.
This meeting was a fun one if you're into governance and seeing how previously competitive chains are now actually putting in an effort to work together and unite. Douglas Horn from the Telos blockchain made some excellent points in this call, which is about 2 hours and 40 minutes long, about the importance of the chains coming together and that the time has come to decide to put up funds or not. These calls have been going on for over 3 months now and mainly participated by EOS, Telos, Wax, Ultra, FIO, PROTON, and the UX network. They're basically at the point where the old adage, shit or get off the pot, applies. No more talk about what they might do. It's time to commit to funding this thing so they can actually get to work on improving and building out the EOSIO code base. I'm really looking forward to the next meeting video from March 31st, where we can see what chains actually did step up with funding this initiative.
And for number 2, so the ENF have partnered with Object Computing Inc., or OCI, on transaction lifecycle improvements.
Yeah, this is great news in terms of the ENF making moves and having some of the items from their Blue Paper series addressed. And in this case, it's a transaction lifecycle improvements from the API Plus paper. OCI are a powerhouse firm with over 200 plus engineers who are even used by Block 1 to build out the initial EOSIO protocol. I expect we'll see much more news in the weeks and months to come about more improvements to the EOSIO codebase as outlined and suggested in the various commission papers from the ENF. Great work, guys.
And for number 1, our top EOSIO moment of the week is that the ever-anticipated EOS Exchange Traded Product, or ETP, has finally been launched.
Yeah, this was an item that was teased a few months ago and was something Helios' own Brock Pierce was a strong advocate of to make this happen. An ETP is akin to an exchange-traded fund, or ETF, in North America, and basically provides a means for institutional investors to acquire the equivalent of physical EOS without needing to concern themselves with custody or other regulatory restrictions. This alone won't really cause the price of EOS to spike. However, when there is demand by institutional investors for EOS, they now have a means to act on that desire, which will cause physical EOS to be pulled out of circulation, as these are 100% physically backed instruments. Big thanks to Patrick Lowry and the team from Iconic Holdings for making this happen.
And that concludes this week's top 5 moments. We appreciate you watching and hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll be back next week with more.
Yeah, hit the like button if you like this stuff, share, subscribe, all that jazz. We'll be coming at you each and every week with more EOSIO top 5 moments.
Brilliant. See you then.